Transmission lines carry electromagnetic energy over the long distance. Apart from this main application of the transmission lines, they are also useful in high frequency circuit designs. And when you study transmission lines, the words lossless line and distortionless lines, these words you might have heard number of times. So in this video, let's talk about these two things. What is the difference between lossless line and the distortionless line? Typically, transmission line arrangement consists of two parallel conducting wires separated by certain dielectric extended from source to the load. At the source end, we apply high frequency voltage source, and because of that electromagnetic energy in form of voltage and current waves, it travels from the source end to the load end. Now ideally, for the efficient transmission of the electromagnetic energy from the source end to the load end over the transmission line, there should be no power loss. The power loss should be zero. So such ideal transmission line where there is no power loss while transmitting the electromagnetic energy over it, such ideal transmission line is known as lossless transmission line. So what happens over the lossless transmission line? There is no power loss while transmitting the electromagnetic energy over such kind of line, and that line is the lossless line. Now simple concept, loss, power loss. Apply your simple electric circuit concept. Where does power loss happen? Where does power loss happen? Apply your simple network theory concept. Power loss happens in the resistive kind of element, resistance, conductance. Yes or no? So power loss basically happens in the resistance and conductance. So I can say like this: the lossless line should have R and G equal to 0. What is R? Resistance per unit length of the transmission line. What is G? Conductance per unit length of the transmission line. You know that transmission line parameters, the primary parameters of the transmission line: resistance, conductance, inductance and capacitance. All these four primary constants of the transmission line, they are defined per unit length. So whatever, if you want your line to be lossless, then you should achieve the condition such that R, resistance per unit length, and G, conductance per unit length of that line must be 0. Then such line would behave like the lossless line. That means no power loss will happen over such line. Now let's talk about the distortionless line. The line which is having no distortions should be called as a distortionless line. Simple. But my dear, let's try to understand what are the distortions. You know, transmission lines, they are widely used in the field of communication to send the message signal from the sending end to the receiving end over the long distance. And you must be known with the fact that message signal consists of band of frequencies. Your simple basics of communication. Any message signal is made up of band of frequencies, various frequencies. And when such message signal is propagated over the transmission line, that means all such frequencies are transmitting over the are propagating over the transmission line. And my dear, when such electromagnetic energy corresponding to message signal, it propagates over the transmission line, the different frequency components of the message signal, they get attenuated by the different extent. All the frequency components of the message signals, they are not attenuated by same extent. No, different frequencies get attenuated with different factors. X1 frequency will be attenuated by Y1 factor, X2 frequency will be attenuated by Y2 factor, and likewise different frequencies of the message signal get attenuated by different attenuations. Such kind of distortion, basically it is known as frequency distortion. Another kind of distortion which is happening over the transmission line is delay distortion. See, message signal consists of band of frequencies, and these frequencies are propagating over the transmission line. So each frequency element, each frequency component of the message signal, they travel with different speed and thereby inducing delay at the receiving end, and such kind of distortion is nothing but the delay distortion. So basically delay distortion happens because each frequency component of the message signal travels with the different speed. Different frequency components travels with the different speeds. That is not desirable actually. See, the speed of electromagnetic wave given as omega by beta. That means the speed of EM wave obviously depends on the frequency of the signal. So different frequencies will have different velocities, different speeds. So at the receiving end, they will produce delay, and such kind of distortion is known as delay distortion. So when message signal is propagated over the transmission line, these two distortions are dominantly observed: frequency distortion and delay distortion. Basically, both of these distortions are not desirable. Any kind of distortion is not desirable. It makes difficult for you to retrieve the message signal at the receiving end. And if you cannot retrieve the message signal at the receiving end, what is the use of your communication system? There is no use of communication if there are distortions. So distortions should be minimized, or distortion should be made equal to 0. Distortion should be avoided. So to avoid the distortion, transmission line is constructed with the special precautions, and such kind of transmission line is known as distortionless line. Such kind of transmission line, the distortionless transmission line, it is constructed by taking the ratio R by L equal to G by C. Its primary constants are so adjusted, that is R by L equal to G by C. What is R? Resistance per unit length of the transmission line. What is L? Inductance per unit length. G, conductance per unit length. C, capacitance per unit length. So R, L, G, C, these are the primary constants of the transmission line, which depends on the construction of transmission line. So while transmission line is constructed, this situation is achieved while constructing the transmission line. R by L equal to G by C. And when the transmission line is constructed with this precaution, with this condition, then that transmission line can act as a distortionless line. When you achieve R by L equal to G by C, so basically when you solve mathematically, if R by L equal to G by C, then if you solve mathematically, you will get alpha, the attenuation constant, as a frequency independent quantity. Alpha doesn't depend on the frequency if R by L equal to G by C. So alpha is independent of omega, alpha is independent of frequency. That means frequency distortion will be avoided. Similarly, when R by L equal to G by C, beta, the phase constant, it is linearly dependent on the omega, linearly dependent on the frequency. Beta equal to k times omega. So my dear, you know that electromagnetic wave speed V equal to omega by beta. So beta is k times omega. So omega will get cancelled, and the speed of EM wave, it will also become independent of the frequency. So by this way, that delay distortion, it is also avoided. So by making R by L equal to G by C, we can achieve the distortionless condition in your transmission line. So let us wrap up this video. Lossless transmission line and distortionless transmission line. Lossless transmission line is the line where there is no power loss when signal is propagated over that line, and that condition is achieved if you make your transmission line with R equal to 0 and G equal to 0. Distortionless line, distortionless condition is achieved when you make R by L equal to G by C. Distortions are mainly of two types, that are frequency distortions and delay distortions. So when you make R by L equal to G by C, alpha, the attenuation constant, it becomes independent of frequency, and beta, the phase constant, it becomes linearly dependent of the frequency, so that your frequency distortion and delay distortions, they get avoided. So in next week, let's come with the another mind-bending concept. Thank you.